Utah. I got Utah in that game too. I'm rolling with Utah.
Roll Tide.
Uh-oh.
The Ute say.
Jamming tonight, Dave.
I ain't missed it yet.
All right, welcome to the Boot Hill Sports Network College Pick'em Show. I'm Mark Manley. That's Johnny Grissom, and that is who that? Joshua Brown, and down in the corner is the man from Cooter, Mr. Doug Edwards. What's up, fellas?
Man, what's going on,
Yeah.
man? That intro music sounds like that movie that Dirk Diggler did,
There
The
you
Boogie
go.
Nights.
Yes. Nothing like it, baby. Durkee style.
Man, Dirk Diggler.
All right, man. Hey, last week it looks like Josh got 6 more points. He's up to 18 on the season,
I
leading
don't
the
know
way.
how.
Johnny Grissom got 5 big points. He's got
Whew.
16 on the year.
I'm
I snuck
surprised.
in with 6 points, so I'm going to tie Johnny with 16. And Doug was 6 on the week and 6 last week. He's still in the rear end there with 12 big points. What do you think, Douglas? He has no comment. Look,
No, he don't have no service.
Doug, are you there, buddy?
Oh,
Are
he's
you just
frozen.
froze up?
Oh, he's froze up.
He
Look at
is,
him.
he stood
He is
still and
he's
tied.
gone.
Look, he's gone. No servicing Cooter tonight.
Man, you left
Uh,
you left him stunned with those standards.
he was froze up, wasn't he?
Oh,
He had a
he's
look of
being
shock on his
last
face.
week too.
All right, fellas, we'll go talk about the top 25 while Doug tries to work his way back in here. Uh,
Good
no
luck.
surprises, really. Georgia at number 1, Michigan at 2, Texas Longhorns at 3, Ohio State at 4, Florida State at 5. Your Nittany Lions, Josh, Penn State at number 6, Washington Huggies, Washington Huskies. Bobby Huggins must be watching this, guys. Washington at number 7, USC at 8, Oregon at 9, Utah at 10. I don't think there's any surprises there, guys. Washington is a team that's on the move, though, so they might be somebody to watch. They should be in the top 5, in my opinion, but that
Hmm.
is a top 5 that's pretty tough. I would trade places with Florida State, actually, and Washington, 'cause I do believe Washington, Michael Penix Jr. really got them Huskies rolling out there.
Yeah.
Notre
Yeah.
Dame coming off a tough loss to the Ohio State University is at 11. Alabama Crimson Tide with a big win over the Ole Miss Rebels at number 12. LSU 13. Oklahoma 14. North Carolina 15. And you guys, Washington State Cougars at 16, got y'all a big win this week.
Hmm.
Duke at 17. Miami, Florida at 18. Oregon State 19. Ole Miss 20. No surprises there as well. Florida at 22, and I still don't get that, how Florida is behind Tennessee. Hey, sneaking into the top 25 for the first time this year, my Mizzou Tigers at number 23, followed by the Kansas Jayhawks and the Fresno State Bulldogs. What y'all think about the top 25, guys?
Go ahead, John, if you want to go ahead.
Oh man, I don't know about Florida State. I mean, they didn't look too good. I don't think. I agree with Mark. With Washington, that offense looking really hot. Uh, well, my LSU Tigers, they barely won, but they won. But
Hmm.
I think everything else is looking good. I think I agree with it. But
I think the only one I don't like would be Ohio State being at number 4, even though they beat Notre Dame. They were already ranked ahead of Notre Dame, so they should have won the game. Number one, number two, they really ain't played nobody all year long yet, and they
they
still
never
didn't
do.
play very good against Notre Dame. You know what I mean? So I don't understand how they can move up. Even Penn State, I think that they played phenomenal. I mean, hell, they had almost 100 plays against Iowa, but at the same time, they sucked. So I would have kept them the same Washington right now. That's to me, that's a hot team.
Penn State looked good. They shut them
Yeah,
down.
they did. They did. Absolutely did. What Mark
Just
froze
say, I
now?
tell you what, I laid a bet on
He
trying to get Doug back in here. I'm trying to get Penn State. I laid a bet on earlier this year to win that Big Ten. So hopefully that'll come true.
Yeah, I
Nittany
hope so.
Lions, man.
Yeah, they
The
looking
Nittany
good. Don't get me wrong.
Lions. And James Franklin. I love some Coach James Franklin.
Yeah, I mean, they had more offensive plays than Iowa had total yards.
Poor Iowa.
Man, like they might want to renegotiate that contract and say, hey, instead of scoring 25 points a game, how about running 25 plays? You know, my God,
Yeah.
they had 4 first downs all game. 4. They didn't get their third and fourth first down until the fourth quarter.
There
Oh, he's
he
back.
is.
Man, we had technical difficulties in Cooter, Missouri.
Man, you got that Max
You had
Headroom.
you had to pay that
Hey,
internet bill.
I ain't fancy like y'all. I gotta sit there and hold my phone. We ain't no high tech rednecks in Cooter. We just
You
Hey,
rednecks.
you can
I'm going off the phone tonight.
you can prop your phone up against something, Doug.
Yeah, my phone started making a lot of crazy noises, and I had to turn it off, turn it back on again, all that, fire it down.
That cricket phone.
You got that
Yeah,
government phone.
it's $1,000
$1,000.
iPhone, but it don't matter.
$1,000
Hey,
iPhone. Here we
hey,
go.
when they get a year or two old, they start making them do things like that. So
There
you
you
go
go. You
buy
got to
another
trade
one.
them in. That's
Yeah.
right.
What I miss?
Oh, all you did was miss the top 25 and any comments on that, Doug?
Oh, no, that's all looks good to me.
Yeah, we was just talking about how we felt Washington should maybe be a little closer than what they are. They're ranked number 7.
They'll get their chances.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Pac-12's loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
There's going to be some big games coming up in there.
That's right. Hey, speaking of big games, we got one tomorrow night on our list. Utah against those Oregon State Beavers. Utah at 4-0. Oregon State at 3-1. And Oregon State is favored at home by 3.5. Over and under is 44.5. I'm going to go with my Oregon State Beavers to beat the Utah Utes at home and get us back on track. What do you think there, Doug?
I can't go with you. I've been riding Utah this year, and they ain't let me down. I'm staying with the Utes. I'm saying the Utes are going to win that game outright, and the score is going to go over.
What you got, Johnny?
Those Beavers. I don't know. I only like one kind of beaver. But I'm gonna go with Utah. With the plus, and I think I'm gonna go under with that surprise.
Starts off in the under.
Oh,
See, if you would have went over, you would have got your wild card last week.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I missed it by a half a point. I mean, yeah, half a point.
You got
But you
JB.
can't win every week.
Hey, I think that Mark, you're going to be flying solo on this game here, but I think Utah is going to win. I don't think it's going to go over. I think it's going to be under. But I'm even going to go out as far as to say that Utah is going to win by 10.
Whoa.
It's going to
they
be
beat
like a
people up.
24 or 27 to 17 or 14 game.
They
but
beat
I got
people up.
Utah. I like that Beaver. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like them this weekend.
Nothing like a clean beaver, baby. Oh man, I'll tell you what though, that is a late kickoff out there on the good old West Coast, 9 o'clock on a good Thursday night game. So
Yes,
should
sir.
be exciting. Hey, let's move on to Saturday's games. Next game we got on our schedule is number 23 Missouri at 4-0 against the Vanderbilt Commodores. Vanderbilt coming in at 2-3. That is a 3 o'clock kickoff in Nashville. Mizzou is favored by 13.5. Hey, I'm going to take my Missouri Tigers, but I do not believe they're going to cover. We hardly ever cover. So I'm going to go ahead and take Mizzou, but I'm going to say we're not going to cover.
That's up to me now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take them Missouri Tigers. I'm gonna say they are gonna cover. They're gonna beat Vanderbilt by at least 2 touchdowns, 17 points. Might be
Yep.
20, but it's good. They're gonna beat them. They're rolling pretty good, and they're not looking past them, and they're waiting on LSU to come to town. Sold out game already for October the 7th, and they want to be 5-0 when them LSU Tigers roll in there, and they're gonna do it. And they're gonna
Yeah,
cover.
one thing that really scares me about Mizzou, we got a lot of questionable players. Luther Burden III is questionable. Brady Cook's questionable. Robinson and Rakestraw and Chris Abel-Drain on the defensive side is all questionable. So that's a little scary, and that's one thing that's got me going there. But, hey, I'll be there in person, too, to watch this game, and I'm really pumped up for it. What you got, Johnny Grissom?
Hey, I agree with you, Doug. I think they're gonna win by 2 touchdowns. I just don't know about Vandy. I mean, just don't know. I'm gonna go with Mizzou, 2 touchdowns, the over and under. I'm gonna go under 54.5.
That's good. I agree with you guys. I think Mizzou has a lot going for them. Like Washington, I mean, believe it or not, they're not getting as much hype or press or anything, but Mizzou's doing really good right now. They're riding high, just cracked the top 25. They got LSU coming to town. They want to make a statement in this game. So I agree. I think they're going to win like 38-20 and make a statement, get ready for the following weekend, which I'm curious about what would take place as far as like Corso and Herb Street coming to town because you could end up having College Game Day showing up if both teams fare well this weekend. It's
That'd be
possible.
great. Be great, because I tell you what, I'll be there for that one, too. I've been to one college game day, and we dug, and we had a blast.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
me
it's
too.
fun. It's fun.
Yeah, we went to SMU and Memphis college game day down on Beale Street. I think we got there about, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, Doug?
Real
The
early.
bar, look, the
Before the
bars were
sun.
already open.
Yeah, we beat the sun for sure.
Yes, we had what you call beer breakfast. It was
Yeah,
good, too,
I've
buddy.
been to, I've been to 3 College Game Days, man. They're
Right on, man. There you are.
live.
Blast. If you're a
Love
college football fan, it's definitely something you'd like to experience. I'm telling you, it's a
Put,
blast,
put
man.
it on
And
your bucket list.
it.
yes, for sure. All right, next one is your LSU Tigers, Doug and Johnny. They are 3-1 on the year, favored by 3 points over the Ole Miss Rebels, who are 3-1, as a 6 p.m. kickoff time, I believe, on the ESPN game. Over and under is 67. Well, the Rebels really let me down last week, stinking it up against Alabama. So I'm going to have to go with the LSU Tigers minus the 3.
Well, you see that hat? LSU football, baby. That's right. But I've lost on them every week this year. But this is the week that I'm going to hit it right because LSU will win, LSU will cover, and the score will go under. And we will come into Oxford and we will take it over. We love playing in Mississippi and whooping up on Mississippi teams. That's my prop for the week.
Woo!
Doug, hey, that's why I don't bet on my team LSU because I don't want to lose. Uh, I think LSU is a better team. LSU defense scares me sometimes. The cornerbacks, whew, they need some work.
Yeah.
But I think LSU. I'm gonna take LSU -3. 67 points. That's a lot of points. I'm gonna go under on that one too. I don't think. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. Hey, playing your confidence, man. Anybody can win, but I'm gonna go with LSU. I think LSU's better.
Well, I have been on LSU wagon all year long. They haven't let me down, and they ain't gonna let me down again. But I will say they are not going to cover. It's going to be a slugfest. It's going to be a fist fight. It's going to come down to the end, and I think LSU's going to end up pulling it off. It's going to end up being like 35-33, and I ain't kidding you. Last second field goal.
I agree with you.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah,
It's gonna be one for
it's
the
gonna be it's
one of
gonna
them
be a tough game.
ESPN Instant Classic, huh?
Yep, and it's
I,
going to go over. I got the
I,
over.
I got it more like 38-24 Tigers.
Yeah.
So we agree about where LSU's going to be at. Just different on Ole Miss. Yeah, they're going to
Yeah.
put the number up.
Our our front seven is going to dominate. Like Johnny said, our cornerback, our secondary is our weak spot. But I think we're going to be able to get pressure on Dart. And their running game hadn't been what it was last year. So they're not going to run on us too much. So
Right. Yeah, that part is right. They ain't going to run. That's for sure.
I
It's
like
going
I
to be
both
a
of
think
good
our
Ole
one.
Miss is
lines.
pissed off too.
I think
Mm-hmm.
both of our lines are a lot better than theirs, offense and defensive lines. So we'll see.
As Coach O would say, go Tigers.
Go Tiger. Yeah, do
Good old Ed Orgeron. All right, speaking of instant classics, Notre Dame found themselves in one last week. Come up on the short end stick there, but Notre Dame is favored by 5.5 this week over the Duke Blue Devils. Notre Dame at 4-1, Duke Blue Devils at 4-0. That is a ABC Saturday night primetime game, and that is at Duke, I do believe. Yes, I am going to take the Duke Blue Devils to upset Notre Dame. Give me those 5.5. I love the Blue Devils coming off that great start, beating Clemson. And Clemson, speaking of Clemson, they're 0-2 in the ACC. They are down at the very bottom, folks.
Yep.
That is hard to believe.
ya.
But anyway, go Blue Devils.
Well, I'm gonna go opposite you again, Mark. Yeah, one of us gonna do real good, and the other one ain't this week. Looks like.
It's usually you.
Yeah, this is where I catch up right here. I'm gonna go with Notre Dame. They're gonna win and cover. So they're gonna go into Duke and they're gonna put a little reality back into things. They're gonna get the world back in order here. Duke ain't supposed to be good at football. Come
No,
on.
supposed to be a basketball school, ain't they?
Yeah, they ain't even very good at that, but every once in a while. I didn't hear
Y'all,
the over under on that one, but
over and under is 52, Douglas.
52. I
Yeah.
got the I got the over on that. Notre Dame gonna score some points this week.
Sam Hartman, he's a good quarterback.
Yep.
All right. Hey, those Irish, they choked last week. I mean, they should have won that game against
Sure
Ohio
should have.
State. They
Well,
should.
they
I
had
mean,
10 men on the field for the last two plays of the game.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
last
That's
two
some
plays.
bad coaching. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, but I agree with you, Doug. With Duke, I mean, that's a basketball team. I mean, Mark. I mean, I gotta go against Mark. I mean, I think the Irish is going to be pissed off. I think they're going to cover, and the over and under is 52. I'm gonna go under with that too. think it's going to be a low-scoring game because I think they're going to try to stop each other from scoring.
I think that it's going to be a close one. I think we're going to find out just how good Notre Dame actually is because they should have won, but they still didn't look good, like Ohio State didn't look good. But Duke has played Notre Dame very well in the last few years. And now that they got a Saturday night game, it's going to be hype down there in
Sure is. It's
Durham.
going to be
So,
hostile.
with that being said, I'm going with the Blue Devils. I think the upset is going to happen Saturday night. I'm taking Duke, and it's going to go over.
Be a shootout. Hey, we got a split on this game. That's good, baby. That is good
That's
stuff
a hard
there.
game to pick. You never. I mean, any of those teams can win.
Gonna be rocking.
Oh,
Tell you what, Saturday night in Duke, it's gonna be a heck of a game, fellas. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
All right, next one,
fun.
SEC matchup. The 3-1 Florida Gators against the Kentucky Wildcats, who are 4-0 in that light schedule they have played so far. This is gonna be their real first contest. Florida favored by 2.5. Over and under is 44. I'm going to pick Florida. I'll give you the 2.5, and I'm going to say they're going to go over 44 as well. I think Florida's offense is going to put up some points this week against Kentucky, who is yet to see a good team as like the Florida Gators.
Can you check that? I've got Kentucky favored by 2.5.
That's what I got.
I've got Kentucky as the favored team.
But let me double check. But I got Florida giving up 2.5. But we'll see.
I got.
Either way, I'm taking the Gators. You can give me 2. I'm taking.
I got Florida getting 2.5 on mine.
All right.
But I'm gonna go with the Gators because I tell you that if Kentucky is favored, they got the wrong team favored because Florida's not only gonna cover that, they're gonna win outright.
You're right. The latest line shows Kentucky favored by a point.
A point now? Okay.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. They're going to need more than that because they're going to lose by touchdown anyway. Be a pretty good game, but Florida's going to come out of there with it. And we're going, man, we got to go over with that. 44.5.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so y'all saying Kentucky's favored by a point?
Yes.
Gators. Nah, this year they're hit and miss, man. I do. Last 2 years, Kentucky beat the Gators, if I'm right. Kentucky's got their number, and hey, Kentucky's a basketball team. Hey, let me tell you, Kentucky's trying to make a football team up there. I'm gonna take Kentucky, and I'm gonna go over on that game.
I tell you, Kentucky hasn't played anybody good this year.
Right.
Florida has. And I think that's going to be showing very early. Florida's going to jump out ahead, and they're going to stay out ahead. And I don't think it's going to go over, but Florida is going to win. I think Florida's defense is going to hold Kentucky at bay and give them less than 20.
So the Flow Rider Gators, baby. Flow Rider.
Took one for the team.
Count, baby.
Gonna chomp on the Wildcats and then sip some bourbon, baby. Go Gators. All right.
Baby.
Next one on the schedule is the USC Trojans at 4-0 against those Colorado Buffaloes, coming off that big loss to the Oregon Ducks. Colorado is 3-1 on the year. USC favored by 21.5. Over and under is 73.5. Boy, they expect a lot of scoring in this game. I'll tell you what. Colorado better come this week, guys. Last week, offense kind of stalled on them there against a good Oregon Duck team. So I'm going to tell you what, Caleb Williams and the USC Trojans are just as good as the Oregon Ducks. Caleb Williams, of course, Heisman Trophy winner. And I'm going to go ahead and take USC, and I'm going to say they do cover. And I'm going to go under that 73.5. Well, that is a lot of points. What you got, Doug?
Yeah, Colorado can't stop them from scoring. Their defense can't hold up. 21.5, that's not enough. Southern Cal will win, cover, and destroy Colorado. Have some more carded off for Colorado after this game.
Damn.
It's going to get ugly. And they're not a very deep team either. So, under on the score.
Oh man, hey, prime time. Those Buffaloes, they got slapped around last week. I was a little surprised, not too surprised. Hey, UFC's, hey, they're in the top. I mean, they're there for a reason. I don't think Colorado can hang with them. I think USC will cover 21 and a half. Like y'all say, man, that's a lot of points. I'm gonna go under on that one. I don't think Primetime's got his team ready for this game either. I mean,
Mm-hmm. No, I
Oregon.
agree. I think last week Colorado got taught what it's like to take an ass whooping, and this week they're going to be taught what it's like to get the shit kicked out of you. Because that's what's about to happen with them. They're about to face a Heisman Trophy winner, and it's going to go over, and it's going to go over a lot. And I'm thinking it's going to be like 85, 86 points is what they're
Woo.
going to be putting out.
Hey,
Woo.
And I
Man.
think USC is going to drop a 50 spot on them, and it's going to be like a 56-30 game. Don't
Damn.
forget, Colorado still doesn't have uh, Travis back yet. Uh, he's got that, what is it, lacerated liver? You know that's got to hurt, you
he
know.
wants
Yeah,
to
for
come
sure.
back.
But
Yeah. He ain't
without
healthy.
him, that's a huge hole to fill. That's a lot. That's clown shoes you trying to fill, and you can't do it. So, yeah, Caleb Williams is just going to give Colorado all they got. It's going to be ugly.
Yeah. He'll
That
do what he
game's in
wants.
USC, huh?
What's that?
That game's in USC.
Yep.
No, it's at Colorado.
Is that
Is that
Colorado?
Colorado? I thought it was
Fol-
USC.
Folsom
They can play
Field
that.
is in Colorado.
Hey, they can play that game on the moon. It ain't going to change the outcome. I
I don't
guarantee
know.
you
I don't know. He might.
You think there's a Dollar General on the moon yet?
Oh, there ain't no doubt.
there might be.
Never been there.
All right. Moving on, we have another SEC matchup. This time it's the number one Georgia Bulldogs, who are 4-0 on the year, going to Auburn. Auburn at 3-1. Georgia favored by 14.5. The over and under 46.5. I'm going to go with those Bulldogs from Georgia, number one team in the nation, but I don't know about the over and under. I'm going to go under, and I'm going to say Georgia does cover the 14.5, but barely.
Mm. Well, I got Georgia covering fairly easy on this one. Auburn can't score. Freeze just don't have his people in play. Against,
See you, Douglas.
See
there
ya.
we
Having
go.
problems in Cooter tonight, boy.
Yeah,
He said
man.
freeze and he froze.
That Cooter Mo internet
That,
connection.
that was Doug Freeze.
But no, Auburn couldn't score against Texas A&M. They had trouble moving the ball and scoring. They're not scoring much on this Auburn this
Hey,
Georgia defense.
Mark, he said earlier his internet was good over there.
Woo.
Am I in or what?
Yeah, you're
No,
good, buddy. We got you.
Okay.
You got Georgia.
Yeah, I got Georgia covering, and I got the under on
We
over
got you,
4.
buddy.
Oh, Georgia. Hey, this year they've been starting slow this year. I mean, and they find their way to pick the game up. I'm gonna take Georgia with the spread over the Tigers. The over and under I'm gonna go under on that one. I think it's gonna be a defense game. I think that's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's going to be a defensive game. I think Georgia is going to win, but they are not going to cover. And I think it's going to finish under also. Seems like when they play teams like Auburn, you would expect that they win, but they're going to win by, you know, maybe 2 touchdowns, but not much. So I don't think they cover.
Yeah, it seems like the defensive battles there in the SEC sometimes.
Yep.
That might be one of them. Sit down in Auburn too, so you never know what happens down there. Next one on our schedule is a Big Ten matchup. The number 2 Michigan Wolverines sitting at 4-0, taking on the 2-2 Nebraska Cornhuskers. Michigan favored by a whopping 18 points, and the over and under is only 39. So that's kind of crazy right there. You're favored by 18, over and under is 39. As Doug says, what does Vegas know that we don't? Huh.
That's right.
Well, I'm going to go with Michigan, and I'm going to say they do cover the 18, and it goes over.
I've got the exact same thing. I'm going Michigan to cover and to go over. They got Harbaugh back. The playbook is wide open now, and they're going to experiment. They're going to pull a few things out of the hat in this game because they're going to cover and win it easy. Nebraska. They're getting ready for next week and weeks to come. So yeah, you're going to see some plays. Like I said, Harbaugh's back, and man, he's liable to pull anything. You might see some onside kicks. You might see some fake field goal punts, anything with him. So, go Michigan. Go Blue.
Tell you what, Missouri came out this week with an onside kick right off the bat. Actually had it and got called for an offside. Man, I tell you what, they've opened their playbook up as well. So I believe that Harbaugh and that Michigan team's going to do the same. What you got, Johnny?
Like Doug said, Michigan coach is back. I think playing Nebraska. I'm sorry, Nebraska. Like I say this before, this is not the 90s. Y'all was good back then, but now I don't know. Y'all trying,
The 80s.
but hey, you're not there yet. I think Michigan will cover. Over and under is 39. I'm gonna go over on that one. I think Michigan can score,
Mm-hmm.
and Nebraska is gonna score too. A little
Yeah, I
bit.
agree. I think that Michigan wins, they cover, and it does go over too. I mean, it's Matt Rule's first year in Nebraska, so you got to give him time to get the player and personnel that he likes for his system. So he's kind of, he has to buy his time, but he's a good coach, and he's going to end up turning Nebraska around, I believe. I mean, did say it, same thing about Scott Frost, but that didn't work out. But Matt Rule is a good coach. So I'd say give him time, but this ain't the year, not at all.
Yeah, Matt Rule's a winner everywhere he's been, man. So I agree with that statement. Hey, next one is a Big 12 game between number 24 Kansas Jayhawks, who set at 4-0 on the year, taking on the number 3 team in the nation, the Texas Longhorns. Texas at 4-0. Texas favored by 17. The over and under is 63. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take the Longhorns from Mizzou. You just can't pick the Kansas Jayhawks. Fuck KU. I'm going to take the Longhorns. I'll give you the 17, and I will go over on the 63. 63-6. Hook 'em horns.
Damn.
Well, Mark, it's like this. Texas and Kansas, there's 27 undefeated teams left in college football. This is the only matchup of 2 undefeated teams this week. So we know we'll at least be down to 26. I figured maybe another couple get knocked off somewhere, but and this hurts me from a boy from southeastern Missouri, but they got the wrong team favored. Not only will Kansas cover that 17, Kansas is going to win this game outright. You heard it here first. So if you want to put a money line bet down that'll make a little money, here's your chance. This is the game to do it on, people. Right here. Kansas will win
Wow.
outright. Texas stumbles looking forward to the Red River, and I still call it a shootout. The Red River shootouts next week. It's a trap game.
Kansas going to beat Texas at Texas.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
You heard it here, folks, right here on the Boot Hill Sports Network College Pick'em Show.
Yeah.
hey, like Doug say, take that bet and go to the bank.
You do the
I'm not going to take that bet and go to the bank.
Look, hey. Oh man, that's Kansas, man. That's
hard to follow, ain't it, John?
That's
Hey,
another
that's hard to
basketball
follow
team.
right there.
Hey, look, you got him gonna change his mind, Doug. He gonna change his mind.
Hey, hey, Kansas is another basketball team.
That's right.
And I agree with you, Doug. I mean, Texas. I mean, yeah, wow, they beat Alabama. I mean, they're not that good this year.
Right.
I think I'm gonna give Kansas minus 17. I'm gonna take that chance. The over and under. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go over. I think Kansas can score too, and hook them down.
Damn.
Wow.
So you wait.
Rock, Chuck, Jayhawk here
So
tonight.
so you both are saying that Kansas is going to win outright, not just the play.
Horns down.
No.
He
I'm
didn't
saying
say that. I said that.
I don't think
Doug
Kansas
said
gonna cover.
outright. Johnny said give
I
him
don't
the
think
17.
Texas gonna cover.
I got okay.
Texas gonna win, but I don't think they're gonna cover.
Oh,
I got you. Okay.
Horns down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, you guys got me fucked up here. I'm telling you. I'm, I hope ain't no kids watching.
Hey,
they're all in bed, buddy.
gotta take a
But
chance sometime. But
I do agree that Texas won't cover. I do agree that, but they gonna win, and it is gonna go over.
That's all you got.
Man, Doug went off. He done set the table and cleaned it up, man. I ain't got nothing to add to this.
Oh, Doug, boy, he's on it tonight, ain't he?
Man, Doug set the table, sat down and ate and cleaned up before we even got in the house.
I'm calling that one. I had to call that one.
he's gotta make up for that service he got down in Cougar.
All right, our next one, next to the last game that we picked besides the wild card is a Pac-12 game with the Washington Huskies, who are 4-0 on the year, currently ranked number 7 in the nation, against the Arizona Wildcats. Arizona finds themselves 3-1 somehow, and Washington is favored by 18. Over and under is 67.5. I'm going to take the Washington Huskies all day long, and that is because of Michael Penix Jr. and his great quarterback skills. And I'm going to say they stay under the 67.5, though, because I don't believe Arizona is going to score much on those Huskies.
I'm in full agreement with you on this one. Michael Penix Jr., he will do business again. Washington will roll. The 18 is not enough. They'll cover, but the score will go under. I'm looking at a 45-10, 17 game, something like that.
Pull Penix in the third quarter.
He's gonna be taken out.
Yeah.
They'll do a lot of running in the late third and fourth quarter, probably.
Eating clock.
Yeah.
So, Doug, you took Washington minus 18?
Yeah.
Okay. Washington, man, their offenses, they're on fire this year. I mean, they're doing good. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take Washington minus 18. Over and under. That's a lot of points. I'm gonna go under on that.
Yeah, I agree. I think the total points, I think is just too much. I think it is going to be under, but I think the big story out of this, as we already all said, Michael Penix Jr. comes Sunday morning. The talk on all the medias and everything is going to be simply, is Michael Penix Jr. the leading candidate for the Heisman Trophy? And the answer is going to be yes, because he is going to make a statement in this game, and I think Washington is going to win big. And I would not be surprised if it's a 48 or 52-3 type game.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Joshua. All right. Now on to the wild card. Nobody got that extra 5 points last week. Everybody missed on their wild card. This
I
week,
got you one this week.
this week, my wild card is going to be the Nevada Wolfpack game against the Fresno State Bulldogs. Nevada is going to get 24 and a half. I'm going to take that. Over and under is 54. I'm going to go over. I'm going to say Nevada is going to lose, but I'm going to take those 24 and a half, and I'm going to go over, and the final score will be 33-27 Fresno State.
All right, that's a pretty good pick there, but I got one better for you, Mark. I'm
All
gonna go
right.
with a little bit. I'm gonna go on with a little bit of a local flavor. It's not the Boot Hill, but it's close
Arkansas
to the
State.
Boot Hill. It's the Arkansas State Indians over in Jones, big city of Jonesboogie, Arkansas, and they're playing UMass. I tell you what, Arkansas State sucks this year. Butch Jones is fixing to get the boot. This will be his last year over there. He's fixing to get booted out, and he's gone. And that UMass is given a half a point, so this is basically a pick 'em game. And I'm picking UMass, and the over under is 55.5, and I'm going under with that.
Hmm.
Lock of the week, folks. Go put your money in now.
Hey, that is two lock of the weeks. Take that to the bank
Take it
too,
to the
Doug
bank.
said. Doug has gave you two picks tonight out there, people.
Man, we
Oh,
got to
Lord.
have Master Lock come and be a sponsor of the show next.
Now
Yeah.
the other one,
Master Lock.
the other one, the Kansas game was not a lot, but it's a good chance to make some money.
Hey, hey, we gonna have a new Master Lock commercial. Remember back in the day when they put the lock on there and then shoot it with the bullet? You
Yeah.
know, Master Lock gonna be
Yeah.
Master Lock gonna do the same thing, but then they're gonna turn the camera backwards. It's gonna be Doug holding the gun. He's gonna be like, and that's your lock of the
There
week.
you go.
Oh, Lord.
I
Mercy.
like it, bub. I like it.
Oh, my wild card is Louisville uh, versus North Carolina State. I think Louisville is 4-0, and I think North Carolina State is 3-1, if I'm right. Uh, I think it's going to be a good game. Louisville, ugh, they're minus 3.5 favorites. I think I'm going to take that 3.5, and the over and under is 55.5. One of those. Let me go over on that one because I went under last week and cost me.
Sure did.
Going back to the bread and butter. Going back to the over.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, I looked at it and we had them in the picks for the last 3 weeks, and they're not in there this week. But I'm staying home myself, and I'm taking the Penn State Nittany Lions to play Northwestern. It's a road game. It's parents' weekend here, so I'm going to make a pretty decent amount of money Ubering. But the reason I'm picking this game, Penn State's favored 21 and a half, and the over/under is 47 and a half. I am going to say, after what Penn State did to Iowa last week, I don't think Northwestern's better than Iowa. So this
That's
is
true.
going to be a bad one. This is going to be an ass kicking. Penn State is going to be sending a message out to the Michigans and Ohio State, just letting them know, hey, We ready. Come on. It's about to be Big Ten deciding games within the next few weeks when all three of these teams start meeting up with each other and start playing and everything. So Penn State is going to cover, and they're also going to cover the over, and they're going to win this game 48-0.
Ooh.
So
Nittany
you
Lions
saying
with a
take that bet and
shutout.
go to the bank?
You
I was
take
surprised
that
Mark
to the
didn't
bank.
put them on there for you this week. You know,
What's that?
I was surprised Mark didn't have them on our picks for you this week.
I
They're
don't know.
playing.
Let me
They're,
down a little bit.
I was
That's
kind
all
of,
right.
I was
they're
kind of
playing
looking at that.
Northwestern, man. God almighty. Look, I just hooked you up with a free
Hey,
wild card.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you
still,
did.
See,
if
I was thinking
if
of you,
Penn
Joshua.
State,
Oh yeah, it's all love.
Doug froze up again.
Locked up.
Doug, you all right? Look at him. He's teasing, boy.
They're giving us memes left and right tonight.
Hey, that's -5 points right there.
That's what happens when you live
Oh,
in
he's
Cooter.
gone.
Oh, hey, fade to black.
Y'all see that flash? I thought it was at Night City for a minute.
Light City.
Uh,
All right, man. That's going to conclude our podcast of tonight. This is Mark Bailey. That's Johnny Grissom. The black spot was Doug Edwards, and that is Who Dat Josh Brown. Until next week, this is Mark Bailey saying so long for the Boot Hill Sports Network College Pick'em Show.